Problem 4.6 on natural convection heat transfer through horizontal duct. Airflow through a long rectangular 30 centimeter high and 65 centimeter width air conditioning duct maintains the outer duct surface temperature at 15 degrees Celsius. If the duct is uninsulated and exposed to air at 25 degrees Celsius, calculate the heat gained by the duct per meter length, assuming it to be horizontal. Take the following properties of air: Cp 1005 joule per kg per Kelvin, nu 15 into 10 to power minus 6 meter square per second, rho 1.205 kg per meter cube, and thermal conductivity K 0.02593 watt per meter Kelvin. To solve this problem, let us first draw the schematic of this problem. So, as it is mentioned in the problem, there is a horizontal rectangular cross-sectional duct whose width is W and height is H and length is L. All the duct surface temperatures are maintained at Ts. The duct is exposed to the air at temperature T infinity. In this case, the surface temperature of the duct is less than the air temperature, so the duct will gain the heat from the atmospheric air, which needs to be calculated. So, title of this figure: air flow through air conditioned duct. Then let us enlist step number 2. Let us enlist all the given things. So as it is mentioned in the problem, height is 30 centimeter, that is 0.3 meter. Width is 65 centimeter, 0.65 meter. Surface temperature of the duct 15 degrees Celsius. Surrounding air temperature T infinity 25 degrees Celsius, and length is 1 meter. Step number 3. Let us make some assumptions to solve this problem. Assumption number 1. One-dimensional steady-state heat transfer. 2. Constant properties of fluid, that is air. 3. Air is considered as an ideal gas. 4. No heat transfer due to radiation, purely convection heat transfer. 5. Entire duct surface temperature is uniform and assumed to be maintained at 15 degrees Celsius. Step number 4. Let us enlist what is to be found out. So we are supposed to find out the heat transfer rate from the surrounding atmosphere to the duct surface. Now, in order to understand how the duct is going to gain heat transfer from the atmospheric air, we need to understand the 4 surfaces of this duct: the top surfaces, bottom surface, and 2 vertical surface. Now, there will be the outer surface of this duct is heated because it is exposed to the atmosphere, and bottom surface or inside surfaces will be somewhat colder than the outer surface. So heat transfer will take place from 2 vertical surfaces QV Heat transfer will take place from one top surface QT and heat transfer will take place from one bottom surface QB. So this way heat gained by the duct will be heat gain from top surface, heat gain from bottom surface and heat gain from two vertical surfaces. So this way we can calculate heat gain by the duct. Step number 5, reference temperature. In case of free convection, mean film temperature is generally considered as reference temperature. So taking mean film temperature as reference temperature, MFT will be average of surface and fluid temperature, that is Ts plus T infinity by 2. So mean film temperature TF will be 15 plus 25 by 2 is equal to 20 degrees Celsius. Step number 6, thermophysical properties of surrounding or atmospheric air. So at reference temperature of TF is equal to 20 degrees Celsius, thermophysical properties can be found out for atmospheric air. Now these properties are given in the problem itself, so no need to refer data book. Rho is 1.205 kg per meter cube, Cp 1005 joule per kg Kelvin, nu 15 into 10 to power 6 meter square per second, K 0.02593 watt per meter Kelvin. This K is thermal conductivity of fluid, that is air. Step number 7, boundary condition. As in case of this problem, the surface temperature of the duct is given, so boundary condition will be constant wall temperature. Step number 8, let us decide the nature of flow. In case of free convection, nature of flow is decided by calculating Rayleigh number. So Rs suffix L is equal to Grashof number based upon linear dimension into Prandtl number. In this case, Gr suffix L is Grashof number and can be calculated as G beta delta T LCQ over nu square. In this equation, beta is coefficient of volumetric expansion and it is calculated as 1 over mean film temperature in Kelvin and it is 20 plus 273, that is 1 over 293 per Kelvin. Delta T is always considered as positive. So in our case, T infinity is more than Ts. So delta T will be T infinity minus Ts, that is 25 minus 15 is equal to 10 degrees Celsius or Kelvin. Lc is the characteristics length and this will be vary for vertical surface, for top surface and for bottom surface. So putting the values of all the known parameters, we can calculate Grashof number as G is 9.81, beta is 1 over 293 per Kelvin, delta T is 10 into LCQ over the value of nu is 15 into 10 to power 6 minus whole square. So this Grashof number comes out 1.488 into 10 to power 9 according to Wikipedia.
Wikipedia, a power of 10 is any of the integer powers of the number 10. In other words, 10 multiplied by itself a certain.
So Grashof number comes out 1.488 into 10 to power 9 into LCQ. Then comes Prandtl number, which is given as mu Cp over Kf. We have not been given the value of mu, so we have to express the value of mu in terms of rho into nu into Cp over Kf, because nu is calculated as mu over rho. So putting the value of rho as 1.205, nu as 15 into 10 to power minus 6, Cp as 1005 divided by thermal conductivity Kf as 0.002593. So this comes out 0.7005. The value of Prandtl number comes out 0.7005. So therefore, from equation 2, basically we are supposed to calculate Rayleigh number. So from equation number 2, RAL is equal to GRL into PR. One 1.488 into 10 to power 9 into LCQ into 0.7005. So the value of RA suffix L comes out 1.042 into 10 to power 9 into LCQ. Let's say this is equation number 3. Now we are supposed to calculate heat transfer from atmospheric air to the duct that will take place by heat transfer through vertical surfaces, two vertical surfaces, one top surface and one bottom surface. So let us calculate heat transfer rate one by one from different surfaces. So step number 9 will be actually common. So the very first is for two vertical surfaces of the duct. So two such vertical surfaces are there with height h and length L, and QV is the rate of heat transfer from atmospheric air to the duct. So in order to calculate Q suffix V, we need to calculate H suffix V, that is coefficient of convective heat transfer coefficient for vertical surface, and for that we need to calculate Nusselt number expression. So first, for vertical surface, in order to calculate the Rayleigh number, we must find out the characteristics length. So LC is equal to height for vertical surface. And in this case, it is 0.30 meter. Therefore, from equation 3, Rayleigh number for vertical surface will be 1. We have this 1.042 into 10 to power 9 into 0.30 cube. So Rayleigh number for this vertical surface comes out 2.815 into 10 to power 7. So here Rayleigh number for vertical surface is less than 10 to power 9. So flow is laminar. So based upon the value of Rayleigh number for vertical surface, now we need to find out the appropriate expression for Nusselt number so that we can calculate convective heat transfer coefficient for air flow over vertical surface, and hence we can calculate heat transfer rate from the atmospheric air to the vertical surface. So to get the expression of Nusselt number for vertical surface, I need to refer heat transfer data book. So kindly refer page number 135, where the formulae for free convection heat transfer are given. So as we are dealing with the heat transfer to the vertical surface, so we have to refer this section 1.1, and we have to find out the expression for average Nusselt number. So in section 1.1, no formula is satisfying our condition. In 1.2, for low values of GRPR less than 10 to power 4, whereas in our case the value of GRPR is 2.815 into 10 to power 7. So 1.2 is not applicable. Higher values of GRPR, and they are applicable for constant heat flux or constant wall temperature, and the value of GRPR is this one. 10 to power 4 is less than GRPR is less than 10 to power 9. So in this case, the value of GRPR is 2.815 into 10 to power 7, which is lying between this range. So I can select this formula for average Nusselt number. So this is formula 1.2 and page number 136. So from heat transfer data book by C.P. Kothandaraman, and it is page number 136 and equation 1.2. So expression for average Nusselt number is 0.59 into GRL into PR power 0.25, and this is applicable for value of GRPR lying between 10 to power 4 is less than GRPR into 10 to power 9. Now we are supposed to calculate for vertical surface. Now average Nusselt number can also be given as H bar V into LC over KF is equal to 0.59 GRL into PR 0.25. H bar V is supposed to be calculated. For vertical surface, LC is height, which is 0.30. KF is 0.02593 is equal to 0.59, and the product of GR and PR is 2.815 into 10 to power 7 power 0.25. Solving this will give me the value of convective heat transfer coefficient for vertical surface, and it comes out 3.71 watt per meter square Kelvin. Now I am supposed to calculate QV. So from Newton's law of cooling, QV will be H bar V into area of vertical surface into T infinity minus Ts. So heat transfer to the vertical surface will be 3.71. Area of vertical surface will be this. Height is 0.3 meter and length is 1 meter. So it will be 0.30 into 1 into 25 minus 15. So QV comes out 22.26 watt. Now heat transfer rate to the two horizontal surfaces. One is top, another is bottom. So let us first consider top horizontal surface, and its configuration will be for top horizontal surface, as you can see here. If I am considering top horizontal surface, its top surface will be heated and bottom surface will be cooled, because top surface is exposed to the environment temperature higher than the air conditioning air, and bottom surface is exposed to air conditioned air. So that is why its configuration, its orientation will be top surface heated and bottom surface cooled. So we are supposed to calculate heat transfer rate from top surface. Now once again we will repeat the same procedure as we have followed for case 1. That is, first we will be finding out the value of Rayleigh number to find out the nature of flow. Then we will be finding out the Nusselt number expression. Then we will be calculating value of average convective heat transfer coefficient and then heat transfer rate. So to calculate the value of Rayleigh number, first we have to calculate LC, and LC is calculated as AS by P, that is surface area to the perimeter, and this characteristics length LC is equal to AS by P is calculated for horizontal surface. So surface area of horizontal surface is, whether top or bottom, 0.65 into 1, and perimeter is twice into 0.65 plus 1. So characteristics length comes out 0.197 meter. This will be for top and bottom horizontal surface both. So similarly, RAL, that is value of Rayleigh number for horizontal surface, whether top or bottom, will be 1.042 into 10 to power 9 into 0.197 into cube, and this is from equation 2. So value of Rayleigh number comes out RA for horizontal surface as 7.966 into 10 to power 6. Once again, here the value of Rayleigh number is less than 10 to power 9. So flow is laminar. Now I am supposed to calculate expression of average Nusselt number for top surface, which is horizontal, and its top surface is heated and bottom surface is cold. So I have to find out the required expression for Nusselt number. So as we have seen on page number 135, The formula of Nusselt number is given for vertical surface. So we have to move on to find out the expression of Nusselt number for horizontal surface. 2.1 for turbulent flow. Okay. 2.1.1 is for horizontal plate. So this may help us, and our configuration of top surface is upper surface heated and lower surface is cooled. So this may seems helpful. And once again, based upon the value of GR and PR, which is 7.966 into 10 to power 6 in our case. So from here we will be selecting 7.99 is lying between this range. 2 into 10 to power 4 is less than GRPR is less than 8 into 10 to power 6. So we will be selecting this formula of Nusselt number. So 0.54 into GRLPR power 0.25, and this is for the range 2 into 10 to power 4 is less than GRPR is less than 8 into 10 to power 6, and this formula is from page number 136, and equation is 2.1.1. So this will be H bar T into LC will be AS by P here because it is horizontal surface. So let me write down the formula. LC over KF is equal to 0.54 the value of GRPR is 7.966 into 10 to power 6 power 0.25. So H bar T into 0.197 over 0.02593 is equal to 0.54 7.966 into 10 to power 6 power 0.25. From here the value of average heat transfer coefficient for top surface comes out 3.78 watt per meter square Kelvin. Now once again, from Newton's law of cooling, Heat transfer to the top surface Q suffix T will be H bar T into area of top surface into T infinity minus Ts. So Q top surface will be, now area of top surface will be this. The width is 0.65 meter and length is 1 meter. So H bar T is 3.78 into 0.65 into 1 into 25 minus 15. So heat transfer rate to the top surface comes out so the heat transfer rate to the top surface comes out as 24.57 watt. Then the last case is horizontal bottom surface and its configuration is top surface is cold and bottom surface is heated. Top surface cold and bottom surface heated. So for this case, we are supposed to calculate heat transfer to the bottom surface. Now once again it is horizontal surface. So for this LC will be AS by P, which we have already calculated 0.197 meter as in case 2, and the value of RAL is 7.966 into 10 to power 6. So no need to repeat the calculation. We can directly take this value RAL for bottom surface as well. 7.966 into 10 to power 6. Now once again from HT data book, page number and equation number I have to verify. So 2.1.1 is for horizontal plate and for constant wall temperature boundary condition, upper surface heated or lower surface cooled. Now in our case number 3, upper surface is cooled and bottom surface is heated. So 2.1.2 will be applicable and it is for constant wall temperature boundary condition. So expression for Nusselt number is Nu is equal to 0.27 GRPR power 0.25. So this expression we can select for case number 3. So The page number is 137 and equation is 2.1.2. Equation 2.1.2. So what is that expression? Nu bar for bottom surface will be 0.27 GRLPR 0.25. Now here once again Nusselt number can be expressed as H bar B into LC over KF is equal to 0.27 GRLPR 0.25. Now putting the values, H bar B LC is 0.197, KF is 0.2593 is equal to 0.27. The value of GRPR is 7.966 into 10 to power 6 power 0.25. From here the value of H bar suffix B comes out 1.89 watt per meter square Kelvin. So from Newton's law of cooling, heat transfer rate to the bottom surface QB will be H bar B into area of bottom surface into T infinity minus Ts. The dimensions of top and bottom surfaces are same, so I can write QB as 1.89 into 0.65 into 1, 25 minus 15. So QB comes out, I can calculate this, 12.285 watt. So this way I could calculate heat transfer rate from vertical surface, from top surface and from bottom surface. So from equation 1, I can calculate the heat gain by the duct. Equation 1 is nothing but QT plus QB plus 2 into QV. Therefore, from equation 1, heat transfer rate to the duct will be QT plus QB plus twice of QV. Q top is 24.57. Q bottom is 12.285. Q bottom is 12.205 and twice of QV is 22.26. So Q duct will be so QT is 24.57, QB is 12.285, and let me check the value of QV. 3.71 into 0.30 into 10. So this comes out actually 11.13 watt. So this will be 11.13. So after correcting this, the heat transfer to the duct will come out approximately 59.12 watt. And this will be the heat gained by the duct, air conditioned duct exposed to the atmospheric air. So this way you can solve this numerical.